Hello, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. We're doing the tarot scopes for the month of May 2024, and we're doing them for the sign of Sagittarius. That's Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, and Sagittarius Rising. I did pick a card, a crystal ally card. And I've done this for all the readings this week, this month. And this is from a deck called the Crystal Ally Cards. This is the Evolution Edition by Naisha Ashian. She does a wonderful job on these. One of my favorite crystal decks, if not my favorite crystal deck. And this is the card I selected. It is Tiger Eye. Tiger Eye is about balance. Of course, you've probably seen Tiger Eye. It's sort of gold and brown. It's got lines through it, right? Striations. And let me see if I have a piece. I don't know if I do. So I had to have Michael go see if we could find me some of this. Now, this just happens to be a skull, but it is, we can see the bands. This is Tiger Eye. See that? Yeah. So that's the energy of this. So we're going to put that here. It's for Sagittarius. And the card, we'll put it here as we do the reading. And me read what it says about. It is a fire element stone, according to the way Naisha sees it. It's a stone of balance. That's the name. And the chakras that are associated with this are Svadhisthana, which is your sacral chakra, and Muladhara, which is your root chakra. And it says your affirmation is I walk in balance on the path of truth. I walk in balance on the path of truth. And you're obviously, I think that's what Sagittarius is all about, isn't it? And it is a fire element stone, and Sagittarius is a fire element sign. It says, Tiger Eye carries the balance of the solar and earth energies, which slows its fire element energy to a slow burn and helps to ground energy into form. Its unique ability to blend fire and earth elements in one mineral makes it an excellent stone for those who need to attain more balance in their energy and their emotions. Tiger Eye enhances one's ability to understand and mediate between two sides of an issue. It is a powerful ally for those whose profession or path calls for balance in judgment or measured approach. So perhaps one of the things that the Sag needs this month is this measured approach to things. And if you know somebody whose job depends on their measured approach to things, perhaps, and they're a Sag, perhaps a little piece of Tiger Eye would be appropriate. Of course, you don't have to get them a Tiger Eye skull because that might freak them out a little bit, but Tiger Eye is pretty readily available and not all that expensive. Says Tiger Eye assists you in balancing perception, enabling you to see both sides of an issue and consider both equally and justly. It is a stone of strength because it enhances your connection to the earth while grounding higher energies into the energetic systems and physical body. Tiger Eye is useful for those who are in positions of leadership, and as it encourages balancing of extremes and allows you to consider the higher good for the majority. And so I think that we could probably all use a little Tiger Eye, even if we're not in that position. There's certainly somebody around us that is. So, all right, let's take a look. We're going to look at the card reading now, the tarot. I'm using the tarot. What am I using? The Wild Unknown Tarot which I often use for Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a Jupiter ruled sign. Your ruler this month moves into Gemini at the end of the month, spends most of the month in Taurus. So we're still in that Taurian grounding energy. But as it moves into Gemini, which is your opposite sign, it's about expansion of communications. And so there's some sort of sense of sort of getting your words out there in a more expansive way, and that will require, to a certain extent, more balance, especially balance of the physical body, so you don't overextend yourself, which can happen with Sagittarius. We start with the death card, and so we've had a change. There's been a transformation. You've had a transformation. Something has been let go of, and now you're moving into a new part of your life. We have the five of what is this, Pentacles here. You are a little concerned about finances. This change will maybe require you to have to make some different decisions around your finances. At the root of this, we have the Ten of Swords. And yeah, so you have come to the end of something. You're at the end of something is completely done and over with. It was a decision that was made. Perhaps there was a death that sort of changed everything for you. You can decide if this applies to you. In the past, we had an illumination, a new beginning, the Ace of Wands, a new creative venture. I feel like that newness that came in has required you to let go of a way of thinking that has perhaps not brought the best things to you. Now it's a time for change. In the sky, we have the Daughter of Wands here, which is the messenger. This is a messenger energy. Of course, there's as you sow, shall you reap here, right? We have the infinity symbol. But this is messages, or giving messages, or hearing messages. There are messages in the air for you, and it could very well be you giving the message. We have the Nine of Swords here. This is a crazy. This of all the cards in this deck, this is the most difficult, right? The eyeballs and the worms and the Nine of Wands. I mean, the Nine of Swords is sometimes thinking the worst can happen. Thinking the worst can happen. So let's remember, we need to have balance as we walk through things. So perhaps you need to consider the best and the worst of a situation. Find a balance between that. How it's seen from the outside, an abuse of power. A lot of swords here. Somebody's not happy with the decision that you've made, I would say. Your domestic situation. Is it the eight? Yeah, no, the Seven of Pentacles. It just means that you need to you're not quite ready to harvest. You need to continue to build your financial foundations here. Hopes and fears. Getting your wishes. Getting your wishes. I think it's a hope card, right? The hope and fear card is a hope card. Outcome, strength. So whatever this is that you're going through right now, it is necessary. It's part of your evolution. But there's some pretty sticky things that need to be dealt with. There are some things that need to be dealt with for sure. Let's see what's underneath it. We have the Sun of Cups. This is the Knight of Cups. So this is offerings of love. The Five of Wands, which can be chaotic, things going everywhere. It is a creative card, but there's not a whole lot of, it's in the process of change. I feel like there's somebody in the process of change, and we have the Judgment card, which means a judgment must be made. I almost feel like perhaps this is not uh this whole like 10 of Swords, 9 of Swords energy may be about somebody else in your life that has come to the point where a decision must be made. A decision must be made. You have the strength to do it. Yeah, something is definitely at its end. Keep your balance, see both sides. Slow and steady wins the race this month for you, Sag. These are challenging cards, so I will not sugarcoat it. But you do have the strength to overcome whatever it is that you're facing this month. But it is an ending that's time has come to end. So whatever comes to an end, it is the time for the ending. It is the time for the transformation. It is the time to let go of, and this could be you. All these swords are ways of thinking, and perhaps you have more of a negative mindset, which is kind of interesting because Sag is pretty positive, generally a positive, optimistic sign. But there are some pretty harsh things that you need to work with. And it's interesting because all of these difficult sword, this difficult sword card, this difficult sword card are Gemini cards. And then this is an Aquarius card. I feel that this month for you is, when it's over, it's going to be, it's going to feel a lot better. You're going to feel a lot better. You're going to be ready for the new to come in, but there's still something that needs to be dealt with. And whether it's a person who is in this situation, or it's just you having to let go of the old ideas about yourself, um, you will be tested with that. Keep your balance through it. Keep your balance through it. All right, well, that's the story. um, not an easy read, and not an easy month ahead. I always like to give you guys good news, but the good news is that you'll come out the other end much stronger for it and better stead. So it's just the matter of moving through it. And so keep your and it's interesting, right? That the only piece of this stone was a skull. So it is symbolic. We did have the death card come up. So this is the death of an old self, perhaps, and a rebirth into the new, to a stronger self, to a more actuated self, to letting go of those voices in your head that keep telling you you can't, or something from the past that says, you're not worthy. Whatever it is, it's your job to let that all go and to move into your strength with the aid of um, Tiger's Eye. All right. Well, that's the story. Have a have a good month. You're going to be fine. It's not going to be easy, but you're going to be able to make it through and be better on the other side of it. So whatever the losses are for you, know that this is the time for them to be let go of and released. Take care, everyone. Namaste. Oh, if you would thumbs up. This was a little bit of a tough read. Thumbs up. You can give me a thumbs up. That will help keep me in your feed. If you are not a subscriber, if you subscribe, I do these every month. I also do other videos in the news segments. My busyness has waned a bit, so I will have more time to do that for you, so you can keep your eyes peeled for that. If you would like a personal reading with me, I do personal astrology, numerology, Kabbalah readings. It's a combination reading. And if you're interested in what that looks like, you can check out any of my in the news segments, because I generally use all three in evaluating somebody's chart, person in the news, as it were. And anything else? If you would like to support my work, there is a link below. I have a Patreon. I do have a Patreon channel. So, all right, guys, take care, everyone. Namaste.